Welcome, I'm Virginia Thomas, certified Pilates instructor. Pilates is a great way for strengthening your core, increasing flexibility, and generating muscle balance. And as a rider and an athlete, you know how important that can be. In the first of our series, I'm going to be working mostly on postural alignment and pelvic awareness. We're going to just start with a few items here using a yoga or Pilates mat and a ball. The ball size will depend on your height, but you just want to make sure that when you're seated on the ball, you have a 90-degree angle at your hip and at your knees. Great, sitting down on our ball, our feet are going to be about hip width or maybe a little bit wider if you need a little bit more stability. Let's just place our hands on our knees, and we're just going to start with some nice deep breathing. Let's inhale through the nose, and then exhale through slightly open lips. And again, a nice big inhale, filling the body with oxygen. And then exhale. And one more deep breath, bringing our focus into our bodies, and then exhaling. Good. Now from here, we're just going to start out with a few little warm-ups. I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see me a little bit better. And we're going to be starting with some pelvic circles. So we're just going to make little circles with our hips, rolling our ball around underneath us. Just a few times in each direction, just to warm up the pelvis and the lower back. Nice deep breathing here. Good, and coming back to center, let's warm up the upper body. Let's inhale, sweep our arm up to the ceiling, follow our hand with our eye, rotating slightly through our spine, and then coming back to center. Alternating sides, inhale up, exhale through. Couple more times on each side. As we're making our circles, if you hear any clicking or clunking through the shoulder, feel free to make your range of motion a little bit smaller. One more time, inhale up. Nice rotation of the spine, exhale center, and last side. Good, from here, we hear a lot about neutral spine or natural curve in our lower back. A lot of us don't understand what that is, so let's go ahead and try to find that. I'm going to move to my side again so that you can see a little better. Take a nice deep inhale. As we exhale, we're going to pull our navel to our spine, curl our tailbone under slightly. Inhale, we're going to start to lift our heart, draw our shoulders onto our back, and bring our gaze up to where the ceiling meets the wall. And again, we exhale, we draw the navel in, we find that nice C curve. We inhale, we come up, drawing the heart up, lifting our gaze. One more time, exhale, curl into our flexion, and then we inhale, we lengthen up into extension. Now I want you to find that place in between those two that feels most natural for you, that natural curve through that lower back. You don't want to feel any compression or tightening. Great, from here let's find our nice posture. So sitting up tall off our sit bones, pulling our navel in and up as though we're drawing our J with our belly button, we lengthen up nice and tall, elongating our waistbands. Let's draw the shoulders onto our backs, lifting the tips of the ears to the sky, tucking the chin slightly and drawing the head back so that you align the ear with the shoulder and the hip. Great. Let's get started with our first exercise, marching feet. Sitting tall off of your ball, having your feet hip width or maybe a little wider if you feel you need a little more stance of support. We're going to start with our hands on the ball, just for that little extra support. Pull your navel in, nice tall spine. Now you're just going to float your knee up to the ceiling and then lower it back down. And now the next one lifts and lower and lift and lower and switch and lower. Good. If you feel that's not challenging enough, you can always let your hands hover off the ball, feeling that foot anchored to the mat and the inner thigh working. Inhaling and exhaling with normal breath here. Spine stays nice and tall. Don't allow yourself to collapse as you bring the knee up. Good. Let's add on another progression. Now we're going to lift our opposite knee and our opposite arm, floating it up and then coming down. If you have to put the other hand onto the ball to help you stabilize, that's fine. Let's also think about the inner thigh and that standing leg to help support you. Good. One more time on each side, staying tall through the crown of the head, pulling that navel in, supporting the spine. Good. From here, let's add on our next progression with rotation. Bring those arms out wide, bend the elbows slightly, just soften through the neck and the shoulders, pull that navel in, Now we're going to float that knee up and we're going to rotate towards that bent knee as we exhale. Inhale back to center. Switching sides, exhale, rotating, and back to center. Abs deep and we exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. One more time each side. Again, if this feels like it's too much of a challenge, you can always go back to the first exercises and start there until you feel a little more comfortable. Good. Just roll those shoulders out, releasing the neck. Good. Now we're just going to finish off with a couple of stretches. We're going to bring our feet a little bit wider, making sure our feet are anchored to the mat, and you're going to walk them away a little bit further so you're not quite at 90 degrees. Let's just show you this exercise from the side so you can see the flexion in my spine. Your feet are again a little bit wider than mat width apart. You're just taking a nice deep breath in as you slightly tuck our chin. Then we exhale, you pull that navel in, you round the spine. The hips are staying nice and stacked. You're draping over that ball. You inhale here through the back of the heart, and then you exhale, you pull that navel in. Lengthen and lift up nice and tall. And one more time, slight tuck. We exhale, drawing those ribs down to our front pockets, letting the shoulders drape away from the ears. We inhale there, and then we exhale. We roll it back up, nice and tall. Our last stretch would be, our arms are out wide, and we're going to twist to one side, drop your forehead to your knee, reach that back palm up to the ceiling, reaching long through all fingertips, diving your nose to your knee. Inhale here, exhale, roll up, sit up nice and tall. And then switching sides, we're rotating through the upper body, the hips stay nice and anchored, making sure you're drawing that opposite hip down. Inhale there, exhale, pull the abs in, sit up nice and tall. One more each side, exhale. Inhale to stay, abs deepen, stack and lengthen. And last side, exhale. Inhale there, exhale, and roll it up. Great, thank you for joining me today. I hope you join us for our second segment in our series for Pilates for the Equestrian. Hope to see you again. Thanks.